Before darkness found him, Chiron lived a simple life filled with light. And in that life, there was only one thing that truly mattered: her. Ilara was not just someone he loved, she was his entire world. In a world so fragile, their love felt unbreakable. He laughed easily, unaware that fate was already watching. To him, fear was nothing more than a story told in the dark. That night, the conversation turned to death. Death, to Chiron, felt distant, unreachable, like something that could never touch his world. Some things are not meant to be challenged. Some forces do not need to be seen to be felt. And in that moment, something ancient became aware.
The ruler of the unseen world had arrived. Not to warn, not to forgive, but to claim.
And just like that, his world ceased to exist. He opened his eyes in a place where life no longer belonged.
A world of shadows, of stillness, of forgotten souls.
And then, the first soul came. There was no choice, no question, only purpose.
The river knew the way, even if he did not.
Endless crossings, through a world without time.
But even here, one memory refused to disappear. Far above, someone still waited, refusing to accept that he was gone.
Others tried to follow him, but the path was not unguarded. And fear was stronger than their will.
But love does not fade with absence. It transforms into something stronger.
And so, she made a choice no one else dared to make. She walked beyond comfort, beyond fear, through places where even light hesitated to follow. Her strength fading, but her will unbroken. And finally, she found it. And there stood the Guardian. But she did not fight. She did not run. Because even the darkest guardians can feel what is real.
And at last, their worlds met again.
He had become something else, something distant, something lost.
But she did not see a stranger. She saw the man she loved.
And in that moment, something returned.
A memory, stronger than death itself.
And so, they chose to run.
But nothing escapes the underworld without consequence.
Something was coming, and it would not forgive. Freedom was finally within reach. But he was already there.
Before them stood something ancient, a presence that had watched long before they arrived.
And still, she did not step back. Not in fear, not in doubt. And even then, the moment grew heavier, as something unseen began to close in, until something beyond them made itself known. Then, the sky opened, and something greater stepped into the darkness. And in that moment, everything changed, not through force, but through something beyond it.
The one who ruled this place no longer held control, and so the path was released.
A way forward, once hidden, now stood open before them.
They left behind the silence, the weight, the world that held them.
And once again, they stood beneath the open sky.
The presence that had intervened needed no recognition. Its purpose was already fulfilled.
They were not returned to what they had lost. They were given something new.
A quiet life, far from shadows, where their story could begin again.
In the end, it was never about what was left behind.